Hey guys, B Monster Laboratory here. Just wanted to let you know what I've been up to. It's been a couple weeks since I posted a video. I'm using a new Breakout board. It's the MSGEQ7 audio analyzer Breakout board. It's been a lot of fun, and LEDs are really popular this time of year. So I've had a lot of fun just looking at the audio analyzer on a matrix. There's so many different ways you can use this. We're going to look at those in my next video. And the next video will be with this Breakout board because it's fun, and if you don't have one, make sure you get one. Maybe you will after the video. I don't know, but we'll take a look at that real quick. I also wanted to let you know that I took a little break during Thanksgiving, and I spent 5 days printing on the 3D printer. It was amazing. Not a single mess up. I printed the base for my pit droid, and it was 20 hours per quarter of my base, the bottom of the base, and I think 12 hours per quarter of the grate that goes on top of it. So it was a lot of printing, and the printer did great, and that's a lot considering it's an Ender 6, I think is what I have. I also started a cybersecurity course through Google using, well, they offer it through Coursera. So I've been taking that, and that's been extremely interesting, and I've had an amazing experience so far. Now it's really getting interesting because we're using Linux to filter files through command line and stuff like that. So I have a little Linux system set up over here where I can turn the screen, turn it onto Linux, and have that operating system up and practice. Here is what I've been doing. I've been using my Raspberry Pi 4. I don't have a 5. Been using my 4 quite a bit as my go-to for Linux operating system and command line, just to practice, as I've been doing this cybersecurity certificate course. And I just keep my keyboard and my mouse here, and I use that monitor. Comes in pretty handy, and then I have a reference book here for command line. But as I'm doing something with Arduino every single day, it seems like, this is what I'm up to now. I am messing my Arduino up. It popped out of the case here. Alright, so I'm using R3. I don't think there's a reason that you couldn't use the Minima, the R4, I mean, if you wanted to. But I'm using R3, which is the older one, and I'm using the this is an MSGEQ7 audio analyzer breakout board. This is the stereo. The mono has just an out pin, whereas the stereo has an out left and an out right. A little bit different. The stereo is a little more expensive. It's about $3 or $4 more. But yeah, so this is stereo. They do sell some mono. And I have a splitter here, a 3.5 millimeter jack splitter, and one will go to my speaker here, and this is a Bluetooth speaker that I've had for a while now, and I love this thing. It's not Bluetooth right now. I'm just using it as an auxiliary speaker. I'm pumping in the sound from the computer, basically. This one goes to the computer. All right, I'm a splitter here. So this one goes to the computer, and that is plugged in right there. Computer, I'm sure you can hear it all the time. It's very loud. I don't know if that's a trademark of Alienware, but it is very loud all the time. And so that's my setup here. And then I'm using, this is a 5 volt WS2812B LED strip. This is 8 by 32 is what this is. And with this, I'm using a DC converter. I'm using a 24 volt power supply, and this is great. And then I can just connect my LEDs to this right here. It's plenty of power, plenty of current. It doesn't overheat, doesn't get hot, no issues at all. And I love using this thing, especially for LEDs or motors. It can supply up to 15 amps. Of course, I'd never take it that high. But yeah, so this has been great. This is my setup. This is what I have. This is what I'll talk about in my next video. I'll show you how I've done this, and there's several other patterns that I've got. We'll look at some other patterns, some other ways to use it. Alright, well, I'm back. I shut the window, but apparently some of the light is getting through the cracks in the window. But anyway, we're going to cover that up. This is my diffuser until I can get something better. This is just while I'm programming it and kind of figuring out what I want to do. I want to make this into a permanent thing. Maybe not necessarily using Arduino Uno, maybe something smaller. Definitely something smaller. There we go. Let me cover this up. There we go. We can see it better. I had to change the color on camera 1 here so that you can actually see this. That's why it looks weird and bleached out. I don't know. It's 7 bands and it just repeats because this is an 8x32 LED matrix. But you can do it in, it doesn't have to be 8x32, it can be something different. Yeah, so I thought that looked cool. There we go. Pause this over here. It does look, you can tell the colors. Looks pretty cool. Let's change the song. And all I'm doing is just playing it through the computer. And of course I can turn it up and get a bigger peak just through the computer. Anyway, I thought it was pretty neat. Hopefully you guys like stuff like this. I love anything with LEDs, so for me this was a lot of fun, and I might make a couple videos using this, and we'll see what happens. But I've also been thinking about some other things that I can do for next year as far as YouTube channel goes. I'd like to create an email, like a monthly or probably weekly email, to just send out the code, maybe some pictures and stuff to answer some questions, typical questions, before I get them. And it'd be easier for everybody that's interested in these videos, and just give you my resources through the email. I think that might be, if that's possible, it might be an easier way to go about doing it, and create an email list and just send that out. But also maybe even do live streams. I've never done a live stream, but so that would be interesting. I'm not opposed to it, but I definitely might do something like that. We'll see. And if you have any other ideas, yeah, let me know. But I will post another video soon with this breakout board here, this audio analyzer. And until then, enjoy the projects you are working on, and stay safe.